Well, hello there, YouTube. And yes, everything's still kind of frozen up out here. It did get up to 37 degrees. Well, at least that's what it's showing at the house. But you know how the shades go around here. See if I can survive with the nope. Shield's got to stay up. Sorry about the wind noise. But I have no ABS or anything to protect me today. So I'll be avoiding those crazy spots, and I will not be passing over any mountains. We're going to stay in the lowlands today. On Christmas Eve, I rode with the Cena setup. This is the I keep the Hero 4 black in the all rigged up in the Cena setup, and I keep the Hero 4 silver in the blackout case that I modified so I can put a mic in it, or a mic adapter. And that's what you're listening to now. It's you get a lot more wind noise, but it's more real to life. It's like you're actually riding down the road with me. And I like that. You can hear the bike better and everything else. Man, it's beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful out here. A new year. Crazy. It happened so fast. But then for some reason, you know, I did so much last year that when I reflect back on 2015, that was man, I did a lot last year, and I rode more last year than I've ever ridden. Well, shy of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I just rain, sleet, or snow, I rode a motorcycle. That didn't bother me a bit, because if I had to, you know, on dates and stuff like that, of course I would take Kelly in the car. But other than that, to work, to school, everything, I always rode a motorcycle. And then the shop I was working for in Longview, when it closed down in February of '85, February 1st to be exact. Whoa, I think I just slipped a little bit there. That's not a cool feeling at all. But on February 1st, 1985, it closed down. February 2nd, I got a job at Portland Honda. And I didn't start until the 16th of February. So I had a nice little 2-week wintertime vacation way back when. And I rode my motorcycle for, geez, I don't know how long. That was February 16th, and it was in May when we found an apartment and moved to Portland. And up until then, I rode every day. And the first few days I rode was right in the middle of a snowstorm. I drove all the way from Longview to Portland every day on a motorcycle. I'd switch back and forth between my 750 Interceptor and my CBX. The CBX was warmer because it kept my legs and feet warm with that big wide 6-cylinder engine. But all I had was this little mini fairing similar to that fly screen I used to have on this. Oddly enough, it was made by the same people, National Cycle, but I forget what they called it. It was a little bit bigger. But as far as me being out in the wind, I was colder, but it kept my feet and legs warmer, which seemed to be more important at the time. But the Interceptor handled so much better, and it was so much lighter. But you know, I was keeping up with traffic. God, I just can't even imagine doing something like that now. I mean, you're talking I mean, there for days it was like a foot of snow on the freeway. I remember my very first day working there, I rode my 750 Interceptor to work. And I remember pulling in off of McLaughlin and pulling into the parking lot, and there was only one track coming into the store from the front. It was this motorcycle track. And a little bit later, this guy Steve, who I still know and friends with, comes walking in. Who's the crazy SOB that rode that motorcycle in? And I look out, and lo and behold, he had a CB750F, and he rode in. So from that day forward, we were like instant friends. And he's the one, if you remember back a couple years or so, when I tell the story about losing my friend in the snow, we're riding up in the mountains there between Portland and Beaverton, up on Skyline Boulevard, that he ended up upside. He was riding a XL250R at the time. Ended up upside down in that ditch, laughing, pinned down by his motorcycle. He's down there laughing, like, Jesus Christ, are you insane? Aren't you afraid you're gonna get, buried in the snow and never found? No, he didn't care. You're young and wild. Let's see if I can do something a little daring here and not get ran over by anybody. Oh, look at that. Somebody just pulled in down there. There's my little boat ramp that I always frequent. It's still quite full of water. You can see that guy in that truck, if you can even see that far. You can see that he can't make it all the way down. That's an old, rickety old bridge. That thing scared me driving across them. So what kind of wild adventures is 2016 going to bring for us all? I've been talking with Triple X Deadhead off and on briefly, and we're already discussing possible meetup locations. That guy's taking advantage of this nice weather and burn some brush back there. Good Lord, he's got like 5 or 6 piles going there. Yeah, look at the haze he's casting off with that. Look at all the smoke in the mountains, if you can see any of that. I love it when you can see the different layers of the mountains as it, the depth of field of them. I love that. It's fantastic. God, everybody's got fires going today. Look at that back in the shade where all that just white. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. Even though most of the leaves, or all the leaves, are gone other than the evergreens, it's still stunningly beautiful out here. It's funny how much slower you drive when it's cold. Speed equals wind chill. You guys are going, hey, I can actually see what's going on around there. You're taking your time through there. But look at these skies, though. Absolutely blue. That crazy old Kelly, though, she sure got me today. What's funny is for just as soon as I come around and and I see her laying there for just a brief moment, I thought it's a prank. And then I don't know, just the look of her laying there, the thought of the prank. Whoa! The thought of the prank just looked good Lord. The thought of the prank left my mind like immediately. Then I look, and I grab her and I twist her over. That's not a very smart thing to do. I don't know. I just absolutely panicked, thinking a horse kicked her or something. She always worries me. She's very safe. If you watch her around the horses, she don't take any chances. But still, anything could happen. She get distracted for a half a second. These guys out there playing around on their side by side. Yeah, it doesn't take anything to distract you, and next thing you know, you're done for. Man, I can't believe the luck of this weather. I mean, I obviously I'd wish it was warmer, but the fact that I can get out and ride, I don't care. Doing that thing going over that mountain yesterday, that was dumb. On that big old street glide, it was even dumber yet. The ABS works in the ice, though, I can tell you that. I don't like that feeling, though. Man, I really don't like that feeling. Because, you know, you're pulling in, you get this certain feel to it. And then when it kicks in, it actually fights against you. And it feels like it's pulsing outward. The lever is going, don't, out. Freaks me out when it does that. And then, you know, when you read about it, what the hell was going on there? I don't think it wasn't icy, but it felt really weird, like I had a flat tire or something. But you know, you got to process through your head. You know, they tell you with ABS, you know, don't pump the brakes, just stay in on it. You know, which somehow or another I managed to convince myself not to pump the brakes. But still, really weird, really freaky. But they do work. And I wonder how that linked, you know, because it's linked using, it's not a physical thing like Honda and some of the other people have used and still use. You know, it's electronically controlled with the ABS. And you feel weird pulses through when it actuates. It looks like they've dug this gravel up back here. Oh, some kids come out here and did a bunch of brodies. Oh, look at that! Somebody broke the fence open too. There's the old Gospodor Park. I know this camera sits low, and all you're going to see is a guardrail. I don't know what the story is with parking that mobile home looking thing out there. You know, the bike is saying it's 39 degrees, and I have to say I'm gonna have to believe it. Man, they really went crazy out here. Always worry, you know, when they stir gravel up like that, you can disturb items in there that could puncture a tire, you know. Look at that in that ditch. When you see the water in the ditches, the water's just frozen. And, you know, everything's all frosty white. Look at that. Them shades will retain the cold. That rattle. Oh, look at this bridge. That thing is a sheet of ice. Let's see if I can stop you down here and look over the edge. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. It's all clear now. It's got a lot of water in it, but it's clear. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh man, that just gives me hopes that spring is coming. It's definitely coming. It's just got a little ways to go. It's weird when you ride in this when it's really cold, but very beautiful out here. It plays little mind games with you. You know, you look around and it looks like springtime. You know, that look right before things start blooming, you know. has that look to it, but the freezing cold that you feel hitting your body is telling you different. Oh man. Yeah, it's funny. I just stopped for gas, and my kid just called me right before I got to the gas station. He goes, "Where are you guys at?" I said, "Well, your mom's at her friend's, and I'm out riding around on the motorcycle." "What the hell are you doing on that motorcycle?" He goes, "Everything's frozen. The roads are icy." I said, "Yeah, I know. Just gotta be careful where you go." But somehow or other, he lost his keys. He can't seem to find them here lately. So that'll teach him not to call before he shows up. I don't know where he got that practice from, but he just shows up at people's houses, including ours. Just arrives. And I was all butthurt because he can't get in the shop. Look how that dock is. Isn't that weird how many times I've walked you guys out to that dock? And even after all that flooding's gone, look how high that thing's floating. It's crazy. Look at that sign, it's almost underwater. And to think all this was underwater when I took you guys down here the last time. In fact, I was on the DR and tried to come through here, and it was blocked off. You couldn't come through. Still amazingly high. The floods are long since over. Oh dear God. This big dog chased me once before. Look at this dog. Look at the size of him. No. No. At the corner of that house, he chased me out one day. What the hell that thing is? Some kind of Saint Bernard Mastiff something. Big enough I don't want him coming after me. Man, I just don't even know. Oh, dog running in the street. How to explain the fantastic feeling I have for 2016. She's probably out here going, "I can walk my dogs whenever I want. There's never anybody around." Now all of a sudden there's people everywhere. And I'm thinking, well, I know the feeling. Get a nice day, go out on the motorcycle where everybody else is going, well, let's jump in the car and go for a drive. So now I'm meeting traffic that there's normally none. There's Rainier that you can't see again. Seriously, I don't even know why I even point it out anymore. It's just like, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I guess that would be me. I know the camera's not going to pick it up, so why the heck do I even point it out? Oh, that's beautiful, that farmhouse look with the lawn all frosty white out front. Oh, man. Pardon me, ma'am. Can I take a picture of your house? Oh, look at the sun shining on the extra cedar over here. Oh, man, am I smelling it today? Of course, my nose isn't all blocked up. Oh, if you guys could only smell that. You know, everybody kind of quit talking about this cedar mill. You know, there was a whole deal. Oh, that was like really intense right there for some reason. And there was talk of me taking a tour out there. Oh, I just shifted without the clutch. Got a little carried away there. Let's talk about me taking a tour out there, and I was gonna, you know, because you can buy like a truckload of scraps or whatever. Anyway, I was gonna just ask for a couple of chunks, and I was gonna chip off pieces and put them in a little Ziploc or something and mail it off to people. And then all discussion of the cedar mill just ceased. And there was one guy in the UK that I used to, we followed and talked to each other a lot. All of a sudden he just dropped off the YouTube scene. And in fact, I think last year, I guess I got to say year before last now, Christmas of 14, I wished him a Merry Christmas and stuff like that. Never got a reply back, so I don't know what happened. But him and I talked about that cedar mill the most. In fact, he even talked about coming over here someday and like surprising me, and he was gonna be sitting there waiting at that cedar mill when I come riding home one day. That was all fun. There was a lot of fun discussion that went on over that cedar mill. I had plans to do all kinds of stuff with it, a tour and stuff like that, but hell, there's no interest in it. I'm not gonna. I might do it for my own, and I may put that as part of a daily vlog or something. But I'll just be kind of on my own thing. Everybody just kind of course, I drive by it every time I vlog, so you guys are probably sick and tired of it. That's what. Don't say nothing about it. Maybe he'll just go away and quit going by that thing. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is always a frosty spot here. So I appreciate you guys coming along for the first ride of 2016 on the first day of 2016. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to look at the daily vlog today. Kelly gets me good. So we talk to you guys later now. Take care. Bye-bye now.